Hey everybody, this is the Old Goat, and this is my video from the Vortex Trail race course down at the 12 Hours of Santos race in Ocala, Florida. Had a much longer video, but I edited it down to 15 short minutes. Okay, this is in just the start of the course, leaving the campground area. There's a big pump track area on the right, and here I'm turning onto the course itself. And I'm not going to talk for the whole ride, just a few highlights. This first part of the course was really a lot of fun, though it's supposed to be run the other way. As you'll see, there's a big wooden drop-off ahead that is obviously not the right direction, not the same as the direction I'm riding, but this is the way they set up the race course. That's what I'm talking about there, that big drop. And I'll say I was not a racer. I went down with a friend of mine, Bart, who was racing. And that's that. Apologize, you'll hear a lot of huffing and puffing during this video. I'm new to the GoPro thing, and I have noticed that I can control my breathing for the most part so that it is not as noisy. Big rock gardens I did walk over. This is coming up on a section I didn't know I was there. I'd seen it, but this is called the Banana Pit. It's actually a lot of fun, but it's a pretty big structure.
Damn it.
This is actually 3 or 4 trails make up the race course. This is the section that's the most famous, called the Vortex. And here there's a big drop-off on the right. They actually changed the race course at the last minute not to include this section. They didn't want racers falling off the edge here. There's another jump track there. They really put a lot of work into these trails down there. OMBA, the Ocala Mountain Bike Association, does a super job. They have 70 or 80 miles of trails in the area here. I really enjoyed riding on these big wooden berms.
Come on.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, come on, come on. Come on. Hey.
As I was just out riding the course because I wanted to see it and preview it and do some riding, I tried to stay out of the way of anybody else on the course because I assumed that they were preparing for the race the next day.
Sorry, come on.
I'm all right.
And it's always good to be considerate of the other riders on the trail. I mean, what's the point of having them stacked up behind you in a traffic jam? I know if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you're probably used to seeing video that's taken with a gimbal on, but I kind of like the non-gimbal approach because it's It's more simple for me and of course cheaper, but it seems a lot more realistic. You know, you don't just. When I first started seeing these mountain biking trails before I knew what a gimbal was, I thought, what do they have, like a drone flying down the trail? It seemed to be so smooth. So. In my videos, you can tell that trails are rough, they are bumpy. You do have to move your bike around to get around things. Definitely would be easier to ride down that.
Ride her down. All right.
Good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. See what I'm wearing on my knees?
Yeah. How you doing?
Good? Where's the beer?
It's at the end. Old goat walking. Expert only. What have I been on?
I still don't know why they would put a trail marker out in the middle of the trail. It seems like that should be, you know, at the trailhead or the intersection. Now that is one thing I don't remember seeing any kind of trail head markers or signage at the trails on this side of the road. Now there are some on the other side of the highway that do have some pretty decent markings at the intersections.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
For the wisdom to ride around things.
Another steep.
I keep noticing the reflector I have on my handlebars, and I did just recently remove that after having this bike about
Ride
3 years.
with the goat,
I took the reflectors off my wheels
the
too.
ancient goat. He's old, and he's not so bold. Am I going the wrong way?
Oh, you're fine. No, we're just doing this again.
Now looking back on it, I wish I had ridden this skinny here and that previous wooden berm. It was so big it just intimidated me, and I guess I lost too much speed going down the hill to do it next time. I hope I can go back down to Florida next maybe January or February, because the weather was just great. You know, we left cold, wet North Carolina to go down there. But it's mid-March now, and we're having some pretty good weather now. I've just started this channel recently, and I've learned that the real work in getting these video out is not going on the rides. It's the post-production, editing the video down to a reasonable level,
It's pretty mellow from here on out.
posting it on the different sites. Okay, that's leaving the Vortex Trail, and this is the Twister Trail, which was a pretty long ride, so I cut it down a lot. Very pleasant to ride on, just not as interesting looking as the Vortex. There was also a point on this trail where my GoPro battery died and I didn't realize it, so I don't have all the footage. There were a couple of interesting climbs and things that I missed. Also, I see the lens is a little cloudy on this section, so another reason to edit it down.
Whee!
A lot of work to build these things. Hats off to Omba. I guess that should be helmets off.
That double black diamond wore me out. All that walking.
Now, if you're still watching this, I would like to say, my channel's new. I'm trying to gain some traction. So if you're interested at all, I hope you'll like this video
Ride
and even
with the
subscribe to
gold.
the channel. That will help me a lot.
The ancient gold. He's old, and he's not so bold. The rider awoke before dawn. He put his sleep mask on. He took some earplugs from the ancient medicine cabinet. And he went on back to bed. Thank you very much.
With apologies to Jim Morrison, that's my parody of
Ride
The
with the
End from The
gold.
Doors.
The ancient gold.
All right, getting back to the parking area here, and I'll be crossing the road down here to my campground. And that's the end of the video, pretty much. Thank you for watching.
We have a new arrival. Home sweet home. Bah. I did. You're right, I missed
Bah.
Vortex the first time. I would have remembered that.